Hello and welcome, my name is Hiro and this is my Let's Play series for Europa Universalis 4, where we are playing as England. And in the last video we were preparing to go to war with Mali, but then I discovered that we actually didn't have any casus belli. I thought we did. I thought they were kind of a tribal power, but apparently they aren't, even though they have a tribal despotism. So, well, we'll just have to wait a bit then. Let's look. It will take some time. I'll probably take a couple of years. Well, we will be patient. But they have such a juicy amount of money, I really want to take that. And we'll get a bit down the coast, and we should probably look at getting another colony down here someplace. It's probably because of their religion, though. They are Muslim. I think maybe it's because of their religion. I think Congo, I would have a... Yeah, I have a colonial conquest because they still have shamanistic religion. I think it has something to do with that. Do Congo have any money? No, not that much. Look, Mali has almost 10,000. Oh, and Maya also has a lot. So I think we're gonna do Congo and then Maya, perhaps. Only thing with Maya is we don't have any territory near them. So, but we could just steal their money. I'm just so mean. I'm evil. But I am playing England, and they were kind of mean to the natives, so you could say that I'm just role-playing. And sorry if there's any Brits out there who don't like it to hear the truth, but that's just the way it is. Let's build up this army while we're waiting. We can only build it a bit of a time at a time, so it's alright that it's out here, though. There's probably no invest in a naval force. Yeah, let's do this. We don't want to build any ships right now anyway, so maybe we should get... We are not going to use these boats down here for a while. We can send this up here, and then once these... Probably before he gets there, the horses will be done, and we can sail it all down to Britain and continue building the army down there, where we can build it a bit faster and also a bit cheaper, actually. Because all of those... Okay. Probably remember we built all of those barracks and training fields, and they give cheaper recruitment cost. I think also the armory gives that, and regimental camps. Let's see if we can build some regimental camps. Regimental camp. Let's build a couple of those. How are we doing on that claim? It's going alright. And colony became self-sustaining. Nice. And now we're gonna do the Santee. So now we are down next to the next natives. Unfortunately, there's a lot of... Portugal and Castile has already bled them kind of dry, so we won't be able to steal any money from them, but we'll probably go to war with them next, actually, or after the Mali, just to get this province so we have connection down here. We do want this colony. Of course we can sail down there, but could probably also get yeah, military access, so it may actually wait a bit. And now we get colonial conquest against the Cherokee also. And they get crushed so fast, those natives, that I don't even get to see the pop-up before they are crushed. And what did I say? The ships take a long time to get up here from Africa. That's always one of the things that's kind of broken in these grand strategy games, is the speed at which people move. I know it did take a long time to sail. It would probably, if you sailed from Europe and all the way down the coast here, it would probably take a couple of months, or maybe even half a year, something like that. But usually your troops will take a whole month or so to travel up this distance, and that's just so inaccurate. I think there was a famous just at the end of the Viking Age, before the Middle Ages started, there were a famous Viking attack on England, where they marched, I think it was from either Norfolk or up in here in Nilkald. They marched, did a forced march all the way down to London in like a week or something like that. So, but of course, if your troops moved that fast, you wouldn't really be able to control it. So I guess it's all right, even though it's kind of inaccurate. Let's get these motherfuckers down to London. And since they are a siege army, I don't want to build too many cavalry. Let's build some cannons and some infantry. We still have a lot of room in still waiting on that claim. Coffee is so good. That's an interesting fact I learned about my own country, Denmark, actually. We are, per capita, the most coffee drinking nation in the world. That's pretty impressive. Especially with the American focus on coffee and culture and stuff like that. There's a lot of movies and series where they just like coffee, 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 coffee. And then we beat you to the punch anyway. Probably because we don't do anything else than drinking coffee. Okay, fortification neglected. Our policy of favoring the offensive attitude is leading to of fortification being neglected. So we can either let it fall, giving 5 years of local defensiveness or penalty. We aren't gonna get attacked in Ayrshire, and I don't want to lose army sedition, so we'll just let it fall. We have this nice big army sedition. It's really nice. It gives extra morale and extra manpower, recovery speed. So having a high army morale is really, or army sedition is really important. So you don't really want to lose that. Let's see how this army is shaping up. A little siege army. Maybe we should put a bit more cavalry in. But we have these two other armies. How are they looking? They both have 3,000. They should probably also get some more cannons. How many? We have 23 ships. Though we should probably, I don't know. Even though they are kind of supposed to be the attacking armies, maybe we should reorganize those two. So he has 7 cavalry, 3 cannons. Maybe if he lost a bit of his infantry, we could put in a couple extra cannons and a cavalry. I think I'm gonna do that. I'm just gonna break off 3,000 infantry. Oh, I don't want to do that down here. I'm gonna use that to attack soon. So let's do it up here. Let's break off 4,000 infantry. And we'll get his cavalry and 2 of his cannons. And we'll just sail there. Oh, let's actually get them on the boat then. And then sail them down here. We'll have a better mix here for like an offensive army. And it's really important. You can do like some kind of generic armies and just have a lot of armies looking the same. And it will be easier to position them, of course. But an army, and I think actually the AI does this too. They usually have several armies that have a lot of infantry and junk for detecting sieges, and then they have one army that is kind of the hunter army, and it will just go around hunting the other players and taking all his stuff. So I do want a bit cavalry in this, so I'll add 2 cavalry and 2 cannons to this army. And then even though this one is too big to will get too big. Oh, I'm actually getting to my force limit now, so never mind. But I think once I get to more force limit, I'll kind of make this the continental army, and it will be too big to carry on a ship, but it will have a huge cavalry and a huge artillery. Probably, I probably don't want to get a higher difference in these two, but I'll probably go like up to 8,000 cavalry and then get a couple extra cavalry and a couple extra infantry, just so I have an army which will do some really nice damage. And it will just stay here because my main enemy is kind of gonna be France and Burgundy. So it's not. It's even though I can't kind of move him anywhere, he'll just be a nice big army to kind of crush their troops whenever I get into wars with them. So that's the kind of plan. Hopefully I'll be able to remember that in the future, but there's always the danger of planning ahead. You might forget. So we get this mining act now. Let me just check. We are making a lot of trade, so this is a nice. Oh, it's for having high production efficiency. This is a really nice idea if you are kind of landlocked inside Europe. For example, if you're playing Austria and you're kind of dominating the mainland of Europe, you're probably making more money from production and trade than you. Production and tax than you are from trade. And you are probably only dominating trade through your provinces. So this would be a really nice idea for you, because you would get more local trade power. So you could actually, the little trade that you have, you'll be able to influence that easier. And you will get more income from production and national tax, where most of your income is coming from. So it would be really good for that. But since I am kind of basing my economy on trade, it would be a really bad idea. Oh, now we made this army too big. Let's just buy one extra transport ship. I think this is a nice army for. It has a little bit of cavalry, just so it isn't totally useless. I really wanted to change those, but it has like you can pull off a lot of sieges and have enough cannons for them and enough infantry for them. So this army will never do that great in combat. Because it doesn't have this cavalry to kind of do flank damage, but it will be really, really good for kind of trailing your main army and just sieging everything. And we wanted to get this general down here, so we can just put this other general up here. So that's taken care of. How are we doing on that claim? Getting there. Hopefully we'll be able to get that claim in this episode. And let's save up some money, so we have a war chest. I think we still, we actually have full army maintenance. We probably shouldn't have that. Let's bump it down here so we can earn some more money. but we actually do make money even when we are at full maintenance. But when we lose some soldiers, we'll have to pay to replace them, and that will take us over our income limits. So we want to build up a nice war chest for the coming war against Mali, just so we make sure we don't have to take any loans. And Spain is really dominating down here. They have so many colonists. If you start as Castile, and Castile and Spain has the same idea group, but where Spain, the Spanish idea, will only give morale of armies in the Spanish. Oh, sorry, the Reconquista. They will only give discipline if you are Castile, and then get or just the Castilian ideas also has that +1 colonist. So Castile has 1 colonist just for being Castile, and then when they also get the exploration and expansion ideas, they kind of get a lot of colonists. So they get up to 4 colonists, so they can really expand really quickly, and that's why they're really dominating down here. You'll probably see them dominating all of Brazil and a good way up into maybe the west coast of America before we are done. Hopefully I can dominate most of North America, but I really am at a huge disadvantage compared to them. Maybe I should start going up to the 4th colony and just kind of having 1 colony without a dude. Let's get some infantry up here, and I'm gonna get ready for that. I'm just gonna have 1 colony that doesn't have a colonist, and I'm gonna pay that small kind of fine. Oh, and one of our colonies just became self-sufficient. But as you probably remember, there's a small penalty. I think it's 50% extra for colonizing more than your limit, and you start off with being able to have 2 colonies, and now we can have 3. But if we get that 4th colony, we'll have to pay a penalty of about 50%, I think it is, extra on top of the normal cost of that colony. But I think it's worth it just to make sure that we kind of take over the coast and dominate this kind of territory. I'll probably also go up here with one of my colonists and start to take this over, just so we don't lose that to the French or something like that, even though it's not worth much. But I just want to be sure that we dominate the coast. So anyway, that's the plan. That's usually how this game works. Whenever you are kind of not doing anything, you start laying all these grand plans for a lot of your future, and then you get into some shit and you forget all about it. But that's the grand strategy games for you. How are we doing on that last core? The reason it took so long is because the rebels took it over in the war against Burgundy. I think it was almost done at that point, but then when they take it over, you stop the claim production. Let's just see if we can't wait another year. Oh, and we got rebels up here, even though we kind of converted culture. So let's get our newly built army up there and crush them. Oh, and I already checked that. I'll just see if we can't wait another year to... and I think I'm gonna take this. And now we have this dude up here. We're gonna take him up here. Start colonizing here. And again, we're gonna take the dude from here, and we're gonna move him to here, and move that guy down here. So now we have 4 colonies. Can I remember to call all of these? Yes. And Portugal are calling us to arms against, oh nice, against Mali. So that was kind of what we were going to do anyway. So let's accept that. And let's bump up our army maintenance. And we are just gonna focus on Mali. I think I didn't get that up. We're just gonna focus on Mali. Should I just... No. I don't think we're not gonna need this. They have military tech 6, I have military tech 13, so it won't be a problem. Let's see, we are in war with Mali, Tunisia and Morocco. We'll leave Portugal to kind of take care of this. We'll help them if they get into trouble, but I think hopefully they can deal with it themselves. Let's just see. In military, Portugal, they have 24,000 troops, and Morocco only have 10,000, so they should be able to deal with Morocco on their own, and then I can just focus on Mali. And hopefully... Oh, no. Mali is actually a junior partner, so we can't actually take anything. That's too bad. Well, let's just use the opportunity to explore their lands then. I don't want to take anything from them. I just want to make sure that Portugal doesn't take any of their money, because I want that. Then we'll have to wait another 5 years. I hadn't really counted on Portugal being the biggest country in this war. Usually, when you're so much bigger than another country, you take over the control of the war. But it's probably because it's their conquest. But that's actually kind of bad. Well, we'll just have to deal with it. Anyway, I'm gonna take a break and I'll see you in the next video.